Hello from the Yarn Closet in Tucson, Arizona. I am Laura. I am Yarn Closet AZ for Arizona on Instagram. The Yarn Closet blog over on Patreon, where you can get free downloads of crochet, knit, loom knit, and what to do with the sock tube patterns. I'll show you a couple of them right now. It's a sock tube slipper, so they're double thick, and it's pretty easy. All you do is you take a 50-gram sock tube, fold it in half, you start to sew this side together, and you get to the length you believe you need. You gather each one of these ends, sew it back and forth a little bit, come out the top, and sew the top. So basically you're starting here, you're going down, you're gathering both sides of the toe. And then you're coming here and you're sewing up the front. Then I like to put them inside out. Once you wash and dry them, they will stretch a little bit more. I tend to make mine a little bit tight. I just think that they're less slippy that way. I know some people complain. People walk around with their socks on and they don't complain. I don't understand. Anyway, I'm making a bunch of these for myself. And remember how we talked about this? It's the ONETE shawl. 5mm here, and I went ahead and I just switched to a 6, and I did some eyelet increases. And I'm liking the 6, plus I'm really liking these knitters. Are they Knitter's Pride? Hold on a second. Knitter's Pride Cubics. So they have two 16-inch cords, a couple of connectors to connect cords together. These are not the cubics. There's something else that I had that's square that I don't like as much as the cubics. The cubics are very square. And I like when they're very square because it really does help the pain in my wrists and my hands. So I'm really liking these. That was a decent set. I mean, they're very square. Makes me very happy. Plus they're the shorter tips I got. I like that. So I'm going to continue just with the bigger. I decided not to undo it all and waste the knitting. It's not a big deal. It's a shawl. So I'm working on that, but here, piece de resistance. What did I manage to finish? Stranded Dye Works, my favorite ice cream color, my favorite ice cream, must be mint or something, or pistachio, I don't know, but it's green. So I got the Willard pattern from Alicia Plummer. And that's in a worsted. This is a sport weight yarn. I got the proper gauge with the sport weight, and I followed the numbers. I didn't do the turtleneck that she has on that pattern. And so I just started, and I did a couple rows of stockinette, couple rows of garter, and then I started my increases. And instead of doing the big eyelet increases, I knit through the back loop, which is very, very, that's what I did here. It's very closed until I washed it and blocked it. Once I washed it and blocked it, then I got these little tiny holes, but I think they look fine. I mean, they look fine. Can you see that detail? I only had 2 skeins, so I was a bit concerned on yardage because it was 3 something. So I didn't end up spacing my garter stitch the way she does in the Willard, a little bit further apart. I got more towards the end, and I did a slight bit of ribbing. Put a little extra on my sleeves, the same bit of ribbing. I did, I think, 3 to 5 just sporadic increases here because I don't like it tight on my waist. I'm really surprised at how good I feel in it temperature-wise. Oh, here's what I have left. Seriously, this is what I have left. So I have a jar that I'm keeping all my odds and ends of the sweaters I have for any kind of repairs I need. So I will keep this in that jar. I thought I might give this away when I initially thought it was going to be too small. And I am continually reminded that as you're knitting something, it seems smaller than it's going to be after blocking. This is superwash, so it definitely grew in length, which I was very happy about. And the drape is much nicer once it's blocked. I also realized that I might start doing the back of the neck flat. I might start to learn how to add some extra rows in the back of the neck. However, I don't really need it. When I saw it on my dummy, that is a busty dummy, so then the hemline seemed a little off. But on me, I am not busty anymore, so the hemline is fine. It's absolutely fine. So that's the big knitting news the last few days, and I do appreciate the few comments about people who would miss me. I'm going to try to keep doing this, but just less frequently. So today it's about 75, and it's cooler in our house. But unless I get really active, this is perfect. It's quite nice. I'm getting to that point where I'm finding the perfect sweater that I want. So look with your heart first.